Welcome to FM Corner. I'm Danny Koontz, Director of Relationship Management for WCE. Thank you very much for listening. Today, a topic that just recently came up during the RIFMA conference in Washington, D.C. Sitting around the table with a group of people who had been in facilities for quite some time, and the conversation came up around the word no. And no is okay. There were facility people and vendors both sitting at this table. Lots of years in this industry. And the conversation with no is okay. And today I'm speaking probably to more facility people. I now work on the vendor side. I was on the customer side or the restaurant side, however you want to look at that, for very majority of my career. I know how many people contacted me to say, hey, can we talk to you about an opportunity to do business? And I get it. Everybody's busy. I got all that. But saying I'm too busy is really an excuse. I'm sorry, but it is. A person at Ruby Tuesday a long time ago said to me, if you don't talk to people when they want to offer services to you, how do you know that what you have is the best? How do you ever know that? And it just kind of one of those things that made you stop and think, yeah, you're right. I took time to speak with anybody who wanted to speak about their services. Now, it may be over the phone, could be a meeting if they happen to be in my town that I was located, or at a show or whatever. Now, we put times on it, not a 2.5 hour conversation or whatever, but put some time on it, and then let them talk to you about what they do. That's their job. Who knows? You might find somebody you need. You might not find them today, but down the road, you need that person. I had that happen many times. Had a conversation with someone, didn't need their services, and a year down the road, I did. And I could reach out to them and talk to them. However, I was never afraid to say no. The vendor or the vendor partner that I have in this particular market you're asking about does a really good job, and I don't have interest at this time. The problem today is most people won't do that. They just ghost them. They won't return the call. They don't acknowledge. They're way too busy. Don't talk to them. All those things happen. A person from the vendor side is doing their job. I know this. I'm that guy today who is reaching out to people trying to see if I could send them some information. I'm not asking them to sign a dotted line today to do business. I'm trying to have a conversation and see if there's an opportunity. What's wrong with that? Take a few minutes. The word no is okay. I have great respect for someone who says, hey, Danny, thank you for calling, but I'm very comfortable with the vendor I have in place right now. I have respect for that. Because you know what? He answered my question. Now is not the time. And second of all, he's loyal to the vendor who is doing, in his mind, good work for him. That's great. That's absolutely outstanding. I still want to get in his door someday, and I still want to have an opportunity, hopefully comes, to do business, but today's not it. So if he says, hey, why don't you check with me in 6 months? I'm checking with him in 6 months, not 3 weeks. That's the other thing. People don't listen to the instructions. Call me in 6 months, and 3 weeks later, I'm just calling you to see if you got anything. No, now we're to a point where I don't want to continue moving forward because you're not taking the time to listen. But saying no is okay. You don't have to do business with everybody in the world. Nobody does that. Nobody does it. But please let those people know that you're not interested, or you have someone, or whatever the situation is. They will appreciate that. They will move on to someone else. Will they follow up at some point in time? Probably. Give them a timeline of when they can follow up with you just to check in. It doesn't take long, but it doesn't take that much. But I don't understand the part of they'll send me an email and I'm not going to answer, and they're going to send me a follow-up email and I'm not going to answer, and I'm going to continue to send follow-ups because I'm seeking an answer. That is part of my job. and you just have to keep opening it and then deleting it. Why not just have a conversation and tell me who you're using you're comfortable with, and we move on. Doesn't take that long. The word no is okay. So if you're a facility manager and people are requesting a few minutes of your time, give it to them. Give it to them. Someday, again, it's a vendor you may need. A vendor might actually be better than who you are currently working with. I've had that happen too. But take a chance and talk to them. Who knows? This is a crazy, crazy industry. You may be the guy on the other side of the table someday, like I am, who is now calling people or sending them information, trying to get a few minutes to speak. And you may be needing to do that as part of your job. No's okay. It's not a bad thing. Anything's better than not answering at all. Because again, we're all busy. You know, I'm way too busy. Stop. No, we're not. We can do that. You can have a 15-minute chat. You can answer an email. Just let people know. Now, if they abuse that over the top, then you got to say, okay, we don't need to continue. But most people that are in that side of the industry as a vendor want to do the right thing, whether it's short-term or long-term. Give them a chance. The word no is okay. Use it. Talk to people. You'll learn a lot. That's our episode for today. Thank you very much for listening.